Hello student, today we learn next part from the chapter number 8, that is our skeleton system and the skin. Okay, now our skeleton system that one over, and today we learn about the skin. See here on the page number 62, there is some questions. One question is there: which organ helps us to sense whether something is hot or cold, rough or smooth, etc.? Obviously, which organ? The skin. The skin is an important and large organ of all living things, and the skin has hair. There are nails on the skin at the tip of the fingers and toes. The skin gives us the sense of touch. The skin is an important sensory organ of the body. Okay, the outermost covering of the body is called a skin. Then the structure of the skin. See, human skin is made up of two main layers. The outermost layer is called a epidermis, and the layer below it is called the dermis. And below the dermis there is a network of blood vessels and nerve fibers. The subcutaneous layer under this network maintains normal body temperature, and the epidermis has various layers. Now, can you tell what happens when we walk or play in the hot sun? When we walk or play in the sun, we get tired, but at the same time, our skin becomes wet. This is because of the sweat. And in the skin, there are glands which secrete sweat. They are called sweat glands. After playing in the hot sun or after hard physical labor, the temperature of the body rises. Then the sweat is released, and it helps to reduce the temperature of the body. And our body temperature usually remains constant at approximately 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, then the functions of the skin: protecting the internal parts of the body like muscles, bones, organ systems, etc., as well as help preserve the moisture in the body. Then synthesizing vitamin D, as well as function is releasing sweat to regulate body temperature and giving protection from the heat and cold. And the function of the skin is it is a sensory organ of touch. See here given structure of the skin: epidermic, dermic and subcutaneous, that means hypodermic. These are layers of the skin. Then melanin, a pigment called melanin is present in the cells of the epidermic. The melanin is synthesized in certain glands in the skin, and the percentage of melanin decide the fairness or darkness of the skin. And the color of the skin also depends on the climate. And melanin protects our skin and the inner parts from ultraviolet sun rays. Okay, so due to the melanin we get color, that is fair, black. Okay, then use your brain power. Which color of the skin will give us greater protection from the sun's ray? Obviously, which color? That is, you decide. Then how does sweating helps to lower the temperature of the body? Okay student, these are brain using power questions, to try giving answer to your brain. Now next part, that is C, which is shown on page number 63. Observe your skin and the skin of your grandmother, grandfather, or any old people in the house. What difference do you notice? As we grow older, the proportion of fat beneath the skin reduces, and however, the previously taut skin does not shrink, and this causes wrinkles on the skin of older people. See, there is a picture of grandma and her and one small baby. See, there is a difference in between their two skins. And next, do you know it is melanin that determines the color of our hair too. Jet black hair is due to the pure melanin, while brown lighter hair is due to the sulfur in the melanin, and reddish hair due to iron in the melanin. Okay, our color as well as our hair color also decided by proportion of melanin. Then always remember, for the health of our skin, it is important to keep it clean. And discriminating between people based on their skin color is unscientific and wrong. Avoid the temptation of using artificial means of become fair. Okay, student. Then what we have learned in this chapter, all the bones in the body along with the cartilage together form the skeleton system, and the skeleton gives shape and support to the body. The outer covering of the body is called the skin. The skeleton system and the skin perform the important functions of protecting the body and the internal body parts. Then we must take care of our skeleton system and skin. Then the skull, the rib cage, the backbone, and the bones of the arms and the legs are main parts of the human skeleton system. And epidermic and dermic are the two main layers of the human skin. These all points we have learned in the chapter number 8, that is our skeleton system and the skin. Okay, student, and today our chapter number 8 is over. And one another thing is there, our total chapters are 16, and our first semester, that means up to the 8 chapter syllabus today over. So student, do study, and now we will stop here.